The fourth right turn is leadership styles. There are 6 leadership styles as identified by Daniel Goleman. I will talk to you about each of them today. The first leadership style is the coercive leader. And I quote, Daniel Goleman says that coercive leadership is the least effective in most situations. The leader's extreme top-down decision-making kills new ideas. People feel disrespected, and their sense of responsibility evaporates. This is the style I dislike the most because when I was an employee, it was the boss I did not like. This boss came off as a bully, and you felt forced to follow. My way or the highway was this boss's style. This leadership style was most seen in political dictators who murdered the people who did not follow. Rule by fear was this leader's style. While I never liked this style, I learned that there are moments when this style is needed. When you see a vision that others don't, when the organization is headed for troubled waters, or there is a sense of urgency. For example, if you were a fireman, which style would be more effective in saving people from a burning building? Would you say, please, when you think it's time, if it makes sense to you, please get out of the burning building? Or do you say, move to safety now or you will die? One way I have used this leadership style is when I am setting a high goal for my team and they don't feel confident yet. I have said, if you follow the strategy and we fail, that's on me. If you don't follow and we fail, that's on you. It's effective to gain immediate buy-in and action. The second leadership style is the authoritative leader. Daniel Goleman says that the authoritative leader motivates people by making it clear to them how their work fits into a larger vision for the organization. When the leader gives performance feedback, the main criterion is whether or not that performance furthers the vision. The standards for success are clear to all. The authoritative leadership style is best used when you, as the leader, have a clear expertise that others don't, or when you have a vision that may not yet be clear to others. Using your authority sends a message. Follow me because I have a way to success. This is a traditional and commonly used style in many organizations, especially where the leaders have gained their position through time and experience. For this style to be effective, the vision must be clear as well as the steps to get there, and how to know you are succeeding. Without this, you can be perceived as a pace-setting leader, or worse, a coercive one. It's sometimes more challenging when you are a young leader of an older team, or when you are a startup and no one is really the authority figure. However, I have seen young leaders use it by saying things like, I know you have worked here longer than me, but please give me the respect of my position. The third leadership style is the affiliative leader. Daniel Goleman says that the affiliative leader strives to keep employees happy, to create harmony, and to increase loyalty by building strong emotional bonds. Affiliative leaders give people the freedom to do their job in the way they think is most effective. This is the most friendly style, and the thinking is that familiarity will foster trust and loyalty. It involves getting to know someone on a casual basis, not just in a business setting. This style works best with younger teams and a less traditional environment. Some leaders, however, are not comfortable with this style, as it's too personal for them. The trick is to do this in team settings if you are not yet comfortable with one-on-one. This style enables the leader to gain a total perspective on their employee. You will learn who they are as people and what they value most in life. Leaders who can learn this style and use it find it's a good tool in assessing performance and when something is going wrong. Many times, the challenges in their performance are not just because of business reasons, but something may be happening in their personal lives. If you are not comfortable with this aspect, you can become a doctor who only manages symptoms without understanding the main illness and the root cause. The downside with an affiliative leader is that he or she can be seen as soft. So I would use this style along with another one for balance. The fourth leadership style is the democratic or the collaborative leader. Daniel Goleman says that democratic or collaborative leaders increase flexibility and responsibility by letting workers themselves have a say in decisions that affect their goals and how they do their work. By listening to employees' concerns, the democratic leaders learn what to do to keep morale high. There is a reason democracies are the #1 form of government around the world. They are effective as leaders understand that they need to listen to the wisdom of the group or the team. These leaders find fulfillment in service, but also have the humility to say that their way may not be the best way. Their ability to listen is their greatest asset. The only drawback to a democratic or collaborative leader is sometimes decisions take a long time to be made. Listening is great, but not at the expense of action or too much analysis, where you spend so much time and energy building consensus and your execution suffers. So a great way to use this style is in the planning stage, to get inputs and create team buy-in from the beginning. However, when it comes to execution, you might want to be more disciplined about setting deadlines. And if the deadline is not met, you can use this style again to find out what went wrong. People tend to come up with solutions when they feel they are being listened to and not being blamed. I used this style a lot when I was a leader. I used it with clients, and the result was buy-in and motivation towards a common goal. However, to balance the style, I used to tell my teams, I am not a micromanager. I won't be at your back all the time once we have come up with a plan. I trust you. But I manage by deadline. If you miss a deadline, you will hear from me. Not many deadlines were missed as a result. The fifth leadership style is the pace-setting leader. Daniel Goleman says that pace-setting leaders set extremely high performance standards, are obsessive about doing things better and faster, and demand the same from everyone around them. If poor performers don't rise to the occasion, these leaders don't hesitate to replace them with people who can. This can be an exhilarating leader to work for or with when you are performing. But once you need help or encounter challenges, these leaders can be seen as aloof or even unsupportive. They are running at top speed, and if you can't keep up, their message is get out, because I can replace you. It can yield high achievement if the team can handle the pressure and have the ability to perform at top levels. A pace-setting style is useful when you are entering new territory, when everything is unknown. The leader can create a grand vision and create buy-in. The key is to downshift to another leadership style before the team burns out. That's the thing with speed. There is a risk of crash and burn. I found that the key to balancing this style was to create a bit more structure for the team. The pace-setting leader has grand plans and can see the vision, or the forest. But some people need to understand where the trees are. In order not to be seen as demanding, the key for a pace-setting leader is to have someone on his team that is good with structure, execution, and details. Someone who can translate this grand plan into smaller parts. The sixth leadership style is the coaching leader. Daniel Goleman says that coaching leaders help employees identify their unique strengths and weaknesses and consider their personal and career aspirations. They encourage employees to establish long-term development goals and help them conceptualize a plan for attaining them. Coaching leaders excel at delegating, give employees challenging assignments, and are willing to put up with short-term failure and focus primarily on personal development. As a coach myself, I like this leadership style as it focuses on the employee's total development. It's also a style where your belief in the talent of the employee is high and you are confident they can deliver. As a leader, your role is to help them achieve what they want, as long as it's aligned to the organization. Its development focus allows a long-term view, and it's empowering to work with a leader with this style. I can't see anything wrong with this, but maybe its development mindset is not as effective in emergency situations where you need to focus on the present and not the future. While you will gravitate to one or a few styles that feel most natural to you, learn these styles and include them in your toolkit. Ultimately, you will use the one most effective in your organization and for your team, but have the flexibility to try out other styles so you can pull them out when you need them in the future. Your leadership life cycle will be long, and you cannot predict your future. Having a broad range of styles to use will give you more clarity and confidence as you grow into the authentic leader you want to be. Before you proceed to the next section, please complete the self-assessment. You may want to write down your answers and keep them along with your notes.